Welcome back to our show. We have here our District 7 Toastmaster of the Year, Emilie Taylor. She's here to tell us about her story. Thank you, Emilie, for coming to our show to tell us about your life and your experience in Toastmasters. Can you tell us about your experience, where you're from, and who you are, and how you came to be here?
I was born in the Philippines. I came here to the United States a long time ago to go to graduate school. Toastmasters has actually been a pivotal part of my life in the last 4 years.
Okay.
It has transformed me in ways I've never even really expected.
Transformed you.
Transformed me, yes.
Okay, great. So tell us how it has transformed you. Could you give us some examples of that?
Yes. Before Toastmasters, I was really in a very dark place.
Okay.
I lost my only child, baby, sudden infant death syndrome, SIDS, and after that, years of just trying to survive, putting one foot in front of the other every single day. Toastmasters took me out of that, changed my way of thinking, changed my way of looking at the world. While I used to be hopeless, I'm very hopeful. Now I have goals, I have visions, I have lots of dreams, because by being a Toastmasters, I have been exposed to so many people that could actually use it.
Yeah. So when you say hopeful, you mean that you've gained more confidence, that you've been more brave as it relates to people
Yes.
in life? Like, please explain that part.
Yes, because Toastmasters has allowed me to be in a safe place where I could give speeches in front of people. I used to have this thing where blood rushes into my head and I feel like my head is going to explode.
Really?
Now, I don't have as much of that. There's an anxiety, but it's a good anxiety before I speak. Before I was so nervous.
Okay.
I almost
Nervous
forgot-
like you are now? A little bit?
A little bit.
Okay.
This is a first-time experience for me. Yes, I am.
You're doing great.
Thank you. Thank you, Charles.
So how long have you, so you said you started Toastmasters when?
I joined Toastmasters in 2014.
2014.
April of 2014. The first time I heard of Toastmasters, I thought, was in the spring of 2013. My brother mentioned it to me when I said I need friends.
Okay.
I joined Toastmasters for the wrong reason. I didn't know about the communication track and the leadership track. I actually wanted to meet people. But part of my story was when I was doing my number 8 speech out of the communication manual, I wanted to do a show and tell.
Okay.
It was my brother's wedding outfit from my home country. And when I was looking for the picture, I was looking for it in all the places that we would stash our pictures. And then I could not find it. So I went into the bedroom, the study room, where there is this filing cabinet. I've never opened that filing cabinet for the longest time. Because that's where my baby stuff were stashed. Or they're there. They're still there. When I opened it and I saw these wedding pictures, I pulled it. The pictures were taken in 1999. So when I pulled it, there was a folder behind it, and it was Toastmasters.
Wow.
So then I pulled the folder and I looked at it, and I could not really put 2 and 2 together, because there's an application form that I signed, actually completed and signed in August of 2000. There was this club in Wilsonville, and I thought I only heard of Toastmasters in 2013 and joined in 2014. Now I'm doing a speech and looking at something where I could not really figure out. What I'm saying is, I was always meant to be in Toastmasters. I just didn't know it. And Toastmasters took me out of that space where I was. And that's how it has transformed my life. Not only has it allowed me to speak, it has also allowed me to take on leadership roles from the club all the way to the area, to the division, and now to the district.
That's right, because you're a distinguished Toastmaster, is that right?
Yes. I also received my Distinguished Award, meaning that I've completed all the requirements of the program, and the Distinguished Award is the educational award, the highest one you can get.
Great. So it's kind of like your doctorate degree in
Yes.
speaking, right? Or
Yes.
Toastmasters.
Something like that.
Okay, cool. So tell me about that. Tell me about your process as a leader. How has that been for you? You talked about how you've changed and how you've improved, you've become more brave and hopeful, confident. Tell me about the leadership track as as a distinguished Toastmaster.
Part of it really is to volunteer for roles in the meeting. In our meetings, we have officers. I mean, in our clubs, we have officers, and I volunteered. I didn't know what I was doing, but what I found in Toastmaster is that it's okay because they meet you where you're at.
Yeah.
And it's a self-paced study. And then not only that, but I also volunteered to do other things in the area. And how I developed my leadership is really happenstance.
Okay.
Because I attended a TLI, Toastmasters Leadership Institute, for an officer's training. And the division director at that time, Willamette Division, is Kathleen Tully. She asked me after the training, do you want to become an area director? And I said, what's that? I didn't know. So she explained it, and I said, I'll think about it. I thought for a few minutes and then forgot about it. A month and a half later, they had a makeup training. And I saw her, and I remember. And then she asked me again, have you thought of becoming an area director? And I didn't think of it, actually. So I said, let me think about it for a few more minutes. And then I thought about it when I got home, and I said, no, I don't want to do that.
Right.
A few weeks later, the president of my home club said, we still don't have an area director. And that's how I realized I needed to say yes. I called Kathleen, and I said, I will take it on as long as you're my mentor. So what Toastmasters International is giving you is really the people before you who were probably in the same shoes that I was in, and they didn't know if they can do it, but then you ask for help. Mentors will be around you to help you succeed, and they will mentor you so you know what to do. And that's really what happened. And so from the area director, then to the division director, and then now to the club growth director, I run in the district in the spring conference. And what I'm really happy about my new role is because I coordinate the chartering of new clubs.
Okay.
District 7's mission, well, the district mission for Toastmasters International is to build new clubs and to strengthen existing clubs. And to go around and coordinate the startup of new clubs is something that I really like to do. I didn't know that until I'm doing it now.
Right.
Because it's giving people the chance to go into a space where you can practice without consequences. We talk about that, only good ones.
Okay.
It's fun, and I've been there, and I want to pay it forward. That's really what it is for me.
That's great. That's good. It's funny because you said that you happened to get in by accident, Toastmasters by accident, because you wanted to be friends,
yes.
And then you happen to get into the leadership role almost by accident
Exactly.
too. And so this accident process has made you to the person that you are now,
Yes.
which is awesome. And I've seen you speak, and I've also seen you in action as a leader, and you've inspired me to do things as well. So I appreciate you. So tell us why you are the Toastmaster of the Year. How'd you get the award as the Toastmaster, and how did you feel when you got that award?
Was
it actually an award anyway? Was it?
I was not expecting the award because it said Toastmaster of the Year. And part of my thinking was, I haven't been a Toastmaster for a long time. That has to be given to somebody who's been around for 10 years, 15 years. And then I realized it's Toastmaster of the Year, whatever you have done that year to help the district. And what I did really was not because of an award. What I did was because I wanted to do it. When I'm doing it, I'm happier. And Toastmasters has allowed me to be more happy of a person than I used to be.
Okay.
My husband used to call me Sunshine because I used to be cloudy skies. And then now, he doesn't even have to call me Sunshine because I personally like to be the sunshine. I like to bring joy. I like to bring humor into my speeches.
Yes.
And that's part of why I was taking some humor classes to add to my speeches, to see people be happy when I'm speaking.
Right.
So I didn't realize that it's something that I like.
Right, that's true.
Yes.
That's true. You are funny.
Thank you, Charles.
And I was talking to you before. You were very funny prior to this interview.
Thank you.
So I appreciate
Thank you,
that.
Charles.
So
I'm working on it.
you're working on it. Okay,
Yes.
great. And so you suggest going to clubs in different places to get the
Yes.
comedy side of it? Because you said you went to clubs to get that? Is that
Yes.
what you
Well,
said?
there's some other places that you can
Okay.
go to, but part of it is I had visited a lot of clubs,
Mm-hmm.
and every single club is different.
Okay.
I always come out with something that I could share with other clubs.
Okay.
And part of it is we're all learning. And because it's a safe place, we can always practice however we want to take, where we want to go. So if you want to add humor into your speech, Toastmasters is a place to do that. If you want to be more serious in your presentations, then Toastmasters club meetings will be that place. You can take it. It's self-paced.
Great.
That's how I look at it. It allows you to be however you want it to be for you. So that's part of it. I'm finding out my gift as a person and that I can share because of Toastmasters. It's that whole paradigm shift I've been talking about, thinking, the paradigm shift of you used to be thinking this way and now you're thinking that way. Toastmasters allows you that opportunity to think a different way.
Yes. Awesome. Well, thank you for being a gift and also being the sunshine, you call it. So
Yeah.
you've been a sunshine to many people and continue to be so. So we want to thank you for coming to our show. How can we or how can others get in contact with you if they wanted to?
They can contact me, CGD, that's Club Growth Director at District 7, toastmasters.org. They can also go into Google and say District 7, and then it will give you links to all kinds of information, how to get involved, where to find clubs, or toastmastersinternational.org will help people find the nearest club that they can join. Or if you are thinking of maybe starting a club in your workplace, in your community, then reach out.
Okay. Well, thank you again for coming to our show. Thank you for watching our show, and we appreciate your time. Have an awesome day.